Hi, the score at halftime is the Bay Bombers 23, the Southern Jolters 22. I'm Stu Ganz, and my special guests at halftime are Frankie Macedo, Alfonso Reyes, and the women's captain of the Southern Jolters, Ann Calvello. And
wait, before you go any further, I'm the lady here. You should introduce me first. And I told my agent I didn't want to ever be interviewed by you again because you look so much like that drip Jerry Seltzer that I don't want nothing to do with. And I don't even want to be interviewed by you again, and I'm putting that in my contract.
Would you
introduce me first?
Would you believe I was saving the best for last?
Don't try to get out of it. What's the matter? You scared of me?
I apologize. But I'm going to ask you.
The last time, and I warned you before.
I'll ask you the first question then, okay?
Well?
Is that all right? Okay. It seems like the Southern Jolters women's field is stronger this year. You added Catherine Shaw from the Bombers, but the Bombers are strong because they've added the veteran skater back, Francine Cochou.
Well, I don't worry about those things. It's just beginning of the season and all that. I never worry about anything as long as you got myself with experience and I can still skate and everything. That thing, don't you even know how to hold a microphone yet? At least Seltzer knew how to hold a mic. I don't worry about anything. I am the captain of this team for 36 years, so I know what I'm doing, and we got a fantastic boys team. We got a few additions to our boys team, too.
Let me talk to Al and Frank a minute, then I'll get back to you, okay? Okay. Alfonso?
Yes, sir.
The Bombers are here for 84. They've got one of the hottest 1-2 punches that I know you'll admit you've ever seen in Larry Lewis and Mike Gammon, but you've got Frankie Macedo.
That's all I need.
How does he do it?
Frankie's better than both of them put together.
All right.
Yeah.
And what is this with the Bombers all the time? Since I've come up and I've joined the Jolter team, a very strong team with the likes of Annie on the girls field. Right, right. And I come up here and all I hear you talk about is these stinking Bombers. You know, they might have a team, but that's all I have. I hope in Italy that they're, telling my words the right way to the Italians over there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, while we're over here, these people over there are going to see what we're going to do with this Bomber team. I'm tired of hearing this Bomber team up here in the West Coast.
What are you going to do with Larry Lewis? He spots you a lot of size, but somehow you seem to get around him and outmaneuver him.
You're darn right. I get around him, I get around Grove, Mike Gammon, the lot of them. With the likes of Alfonso and the rest of our team, we're opening up little bitty holes is all I need, and I can get right through them.
Something I want to mention right now, in an All-Star game a couple of weeks ago, Frankie scored 21 points in an All-Star game, and I think that both of them together scored about 10 or 11 points, so you can see he's better than both of them put together.
There you go. That's right. I had 21 points in one stinking game, and we whipped them. Whipped them really pretty bad. And then them combined can't even equal that score. So, I mean, there, right there, it tells the story.
Ann Calvello, do you have any prediction for the second half as far as the women's field?
Oh, if I had any predictions, I'd sit out in the audience and watch the game like you. The second half's the second. Will you get that thing out of my mouth for crying out loud? Just don't worry about the second half. Just do a good interview for a change.
The Bombers are leading right now 23-22. What are the women going to do about it when they come back?
What do you think? I'm going to give you my strategy so you can go to that bleach blonde and tell her on the next interview?
Alfonso,
Yeah.
What about the game in its entirety? Will the Southern Jolters do it?
Yeah, I think we've got the talent to do it. But they're ahead right now, 23-22, but we'll be on top at the end.
My guests have been Ann Calvello, the women's coach, Anna Teresa Calvello, the women's coach of the Southern Jolters, along with Frankie Macedo and Alfonso Reyes, the men's coach. For Ken Kunzelman, I'm Stu Ganz, along this special IRSL Madison Square Garden Network.